The Nintendo Switch 2 is finally here, but what if you could play it on a massive virtual screen in VR? In this video, I show you exactly how to use your Meta Quest 3 to play the Switch 2 on a giant virtual theater screen, and it actually works shockingly well. Whether you're trying to get more out of your Quest 3 or you just want a next level way to experience Switch 2 games like Mario Kart World, this setup is insanely fun and surprisingly easy. First, a couple things you'll need. You're going to need a Meta Quest headset. I'm using the Quest 3, but it does work on other versions. You're also obviously going to need a Switch 2, and you're going to need a video capture card that uses USB-C. I'll put a link to the one I'm using in the description. It's pretty cheap and it's extremely easy to use. So my setup is the Switch 2 is docked in its dock right here. I've got the two new Joy-Cons here attached to the controller attachment so that we can easily play. I'll turn this around so you can see it. There is a capture card in here. This is the USB-C capture card. It plugs into the HDMI port. There's a cable that comes out and goes to USB-C that goes into the headset, and then there's a separate power cable because it is a powered adapter. Once you have all that set up, you're going to need the HDMI Link app for your Quest headset. I'll put a link to that in the description. It's free and it's really simple to set up. You just need that USB-C end from the HDMI capture card to plug into the side of your Quest 3, and it'll work beautifully. To show you just how easy this was, I recorded setting it up and playing the Switch 2 for the first time. Let's go back and check it out. All right, everything's set up except for the USB-C cable to the headset. So let's see just how easy this is to set up. We're gonna go to the navigator here. We're gonna go to apps. I'm just gonna search for HDMI because I've already downloaded the HDMI application, MetaQuest HDMI link. We're gonna click on that. Now this pops up here. Let's move this back a little bit so that we can see a little bit better. There we go. Connect your device. Plug in the USB-C output for your capture card to the Quest. Okay, so this is the output. This should work here. Everything should be plugged in. Let's plug this in here. There we go. Plugged in. Okay. Headset charging. Okay. Okay, here we go. Right here. Checklist to connect with the USB-C card. I've already set up the camera and the recorded audio, so that was all set to go. We got USB-C. All right, so 1920 by 1080. It's not 4K, unfortunately, which would be amazing if it was, but it isn't 4K. So we're just going to hit start streaming, and this should, in theory, just pop up automatically. Ha! Wow, that's a big screen. Already, okay. That looks really nice. Okay, hold on. Let me turn the volume down a little bit so you can't hear it on the actual. There we go. Okay. That looks really good. Now, the biggest part about this is, and it's a little distracting because I got my lights and stuff here. The craziest part about this is when you click on this button here, look how big the frickin' screen gets. Now, I can make it smaller if I want to, a little bit, just so that it's not quite so big. But look how big that screen is. And I can go ahead and click this button, and I can turn the light down if I want to. I can turn it up so I have my room, or if I want to turn it down. This, I don't even know how big that this screen is, to be honest with you. It's massive. That should go away in just a second. We're hitting at 60 frames solid right now. All right, so who's ready for some Mario Kart World? I preloaded Mario Kart World because obviously that's the game everyone is excited for, and that's the game I want to play the most. So let's jump in and see how this plays. I can tell you right now, it's a massive screen. My son is going to be so jealous. This came in early this morning, like at 7 a.m., with a can of Coke and a Pringles. Hi, Mario. This screen's huge. Let's make it bigger just for fun. Let's just make it bigger for fun, shall we? Massive. Now I feel like I'm actually in the game. All right, let's see. Let's go to map here. Okay, this is a pretty good sized map. Can I just drop wherever I want or what? I don't know. Let's find out. We'll go here. Begin free roam. Okay, that's what I want, is I want to do free roam. Okay. Wow, this actually looks really nice. Oh, jeez. Okay. That's good. Let's go. I have not played. This is crazy. All right, this free roam Mario is awesome. I didn't even like. Oh, look at that map. That is the coolest looking map that I think I've ever seen. All right, let's go off grid here for just a second. There we go. Oh, look at that castle. What is this thing? Let's hit this. Hitch a ride to collect airborne blue coins. Okay, there we go. Okay. I gotta go a little lower. There we go. Okay. All right, I got it now. This screen's so big, I have to turn my head to actually see the spots, which is insane. Like to see the whole map, I have to turn my head, which is cool, or the whole screen. I wonder how big you can get this. Let's see just how big you can get it. Oh, that's as big as it gets. Okay. That's okay. All right. Oh, let's look at this. Okay, I'm floating. That's cool. All right, let's see. The visuals look really nice. Like, look at that. Mario looks really nice. Oh, look. Okay. I'll be the first to admit I like Mario, but I am not like in tune with everything Mario. You know what I mean? Like, Mario is cool and all that stuff. I grew up playing like the Super Nintendo and original Nintendo to some degree, and that was awesome. But I have not been a big, like, I've had the Wii and the GameCube and all that stuff, and I love some of the games. I'm not like a fanboy. Come on, feather. That's so cool. All right, should we do a race? Just see how bad I can be at this. Let's see. Start button is this one. Quit free roam. Oh, you can change characters in free roam. That's cool. All right, so let's do single player. Knockout Tour is the newest game, right? Stay ahead in a race of endurance. Let's try a Knockout Tour. That's the new mode. So you got Mario. My daughter is 3 and she calls it DeMario and DeWigi. That's what she calls them. Who am I gonna be? There's a whole bunch of racers. What in the heck? You could be a snowman and a cow. All right. Oh, look at this. Penguin. Okay. Let's just stick to a character. We'll do Waluigi, just for fun. Waluigi always gets left out, right? Ooh, look. These are cool. Whoa. All right. Let's do the Mach Rocket. We'll do 100cc, and we'll see what happens. The visuals in this are really crisp. They look really nice. Like, I'm sure they look better in 4K on a TV, but this is a 1080p giant screen, and it looks pretty darn fantastic. There's not a lot of pixelation or anything. And the fact that it's plugged directly into the console with an HDMI cable means that there's no latency whatsoever. It's pretty amazing, actually. All right, here we go. Man, these levels are huge. Like, these maps, they're giant. There's so much detail. I played, which one is it? Mario Kart 7 Deluxe? Is that what it is? Is that I don't remember which version it is on the previous Switch. That's the one I played most recently with my son, and this is unbelievable in comparison. Like, it is, there's no comparison. The visuals are incredible. There we go. Let's go this way. I love being able to have a giant screen that you have to look around in because it feels, oh, I'm in first. Oh, I'm actually doing pretty good. It feels as close to VR as it can be. I know that it's not VR, but it feels a lot more like VR when you have a massive screen that curls around you. Oops, somebody's coming over top of me. I have to be 20th or better. I'm first right now, so I'm doing pretty well. Not too bad. Is that looks like a news helicopter or something over top of me. That's not even a person. Oh, jeez, that was a bad idea. Oh, look at that. The lights just turned on. Oh, crud. No! No, stop hitting me with those stupid things. I love the fact that the tracks are so big. Like, from what I can tell, it's like a linear track, right? I don't know a lot about the game. My son's been looking forward to it, but I didn't really look into it a lot. He's gonna flip to be able to play this. The tracks are linear, right? They're not round. Is that the way that it works? So, like, you don't go in circles anymore. Is that right? That sounds about right. I think that's right. Oh, crud. Come on, are you serious? Come on, hit him. There we go. Hey, Donkey Kong. Hey there, bud. All right, now I'm in third. Yeah, the environments are really cool. I've never been like a massive Mario Kart fan, but this is pretty awesome. Oh, crud. No, I'm miniature. Oh, this is a linear game, like a map. So I'm racing across the world. There's 6 areas, right? And I'm racing across the world. Oh, I understand now. So the knockout race is like nonstop. It's not like race a race and then you get done and then you get knocked out and you start another race. It's completely linear where it just never ends until the race is over. That's pretty cool, actually. I'm learning things about Mario Kart World that I had no idea were the case. Because friggin' football players. I feel like I should have gone 150cc just so that it was a little faster. But I guess 100cc is probably good for my first time doing this game. There we go. That was a nice little boost going on. Almost to the end of this area. Ooh, that was a nice boost too. They're very varied in their maps. There we go. 4 out of 6. Oh, nuts. Oh, nuts. Again. I love how when something gets hit in the water, the waves all splash and they ring out from him. That's really cool. All right. 3rd place. I need to get 8th or better. Eventually, though, I'm going to have to get 1st because we're going to start getting to the point where we're going to be low on this. There we go. Look at this. There we go. Come on. No. We've got to win this, right? After all this, we've got to win. 4th or better. Come on. Oh, where are we going now? It's nighttime now. Whoa, that's cool. Buffalo. Come on. Last one, right? One more after this? Or is this it? No, one more. Final lap. Come on, baby. Nice. That was a good one there. All right, here we go. They're a little bit behind me. Oh, this is almost the end. Shoot. No. Oh, 3rd. Are you kidding me? All that and I got 3rd place. Oh, man. Congratulations. I got 3rd place, which for my first time isn't that bad, I guess, right? That was pretty awesome. Actually, it was pretty darn cool. Anyways, there you go. A massive, massive screen. You can make it smaller if you want to, for whatever reason, and you can even flatten the screen out if you want. Like, let's see, like that. You can also put yourself into a virtual world if you want to with it. So you could turn this up. You could play Switch 2 on a mountain if you like. You can't see the controller if you do that, but it's still pretty cool. I've never done HDMI link before on Quest, and this actually functions extremely, extremely smoothly. I think with Switch 2 is the best way to do it. PS5 would be cool and Xbox would be awesome, but they're so bulky. The Switch 2, even with the dock, is pretty small. So in theory, you could just set it on your table. You're not going to want to drag your PS5 out and do that. But I think this is pretty awesome, if I do say so myself, to have a massive, massive Switch 2 screen. It's really cool. Okay, there you go. That is the Nintendo Switch 2 running on the Quest 3 in VR. And I'll be honest with you, it was way better than I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be cool because I've played Xbox games streaming on the Quest, and there's been some other cool stuff for streaming platforms that I've played. And it all usually looks pretty good. Sometimes there can be a little latency. Sometimes you can get some, artifacts because it's streaming. I never tried HDMI Link in the past, and I'm glad I waited for the Switch 2 because it looks so good. That massive screen that's wrapped around you is as close to having a Mario Kart game in VR, I think, as we can get, at least a current generation one. And I don't know, the Switch 2 is fun. My son's gonna have a blast playing this, and I think that I'll have to beat him in Mario Kart, which I won't, but I can pretend that I would. Thank you so much for watching. What do you think, though, down in the comments? Let me know your thoughts on playing the Switch 2 on the Quest 3. I've heard people say that it's ridiculous, it's stupid, it doesn't make any sense. But reality is, it's fun, and it's unique. And if I want to play the Switch 2 and someone else is watching the TV, and I don't want to do it in the handheld mode and I want a massive screen, the Quest 3 works really, really well. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people see it, and subscribe for more VR content. And as always, happy questing.